Hi! So, it's taken me quite a while to get this next video together. Basically, after my last video, I got back to Spain and I got a cold and had so much work to catch up on that I've just been really full on. So so apologies that this time's taken so long. But today I'm going to focus on supplements. A lot of people have asked me about what supplements I take, or just my opinion on what supplements are effective, my opinions on supplements in general. So when I get home, that's what I'm going to film the main part of this video. At the moment, I'm just on my walk home from Pilates, because this morning I've done my back session at the gym, and then I went straight to Pilates, and now I have a half-hour walk home, and this is my walk home. It's about a half-hour walk along the beach, which is just beautiful. So so I'm doing that now, and I filmed a little bit from the gym and Pilates, but I didn't have much time, so it's only a little snippet. So today is supplements, and I shall be filming that this afternoon once I've got some work done, because I've got some of my clients checked in already this morning. So yeah, I hope you like this one. Okay, I said I'd talk about supplements today. So I'm going to take you through the supplements that I use, but I'm also going to talk in general about supplements as well. The first thing is, some people would argue that we don't need to use supplements at all, and that we should be able to get everything we need from food. In an ideal world, that would be the case, but there's a few reasons why that might not be possible. The first one is how we produce food. If we take spinach, for example, spinach contains half the iron that it contained 50 years ago. So if you were to get the same amount of iron from spinach today, you would have to eat double the amount as you would have had to 50 years ago. And if you imagine that's a similar sort of scenario across most foods, because of the way the soil's been depleted from intense farming, we would have to eat so much more food just to get the same amount of nutrition that actually it is quite difficult to get everything you need from food nowadays. Also, if you are on a calorie controlled diet and you're eating less than you normally would, it's going to become even more difficult for you to get all the nutrients you need. So then it is quite important to look at what supplements you could add to make sure that you're getting a good all-round nutrition, even though your calories are a bit lower. Also, if you're doing a lot of exercise, so if you're a sports person, entering a show, or you just enjoy training a lot, you're demanding a lot more of your body, so it requires a lot more nutrition in order to recover. So if you're exercising a lot, it's possible you might need so much more nutrition that you can't get it all from food. And then if you add the fact that if you are on a calorie controlled diet, say dieting in for a show, and you're training a lot, you've got a very high nutritional demand and not as much food coming into the system. So it's quite possible that you could become partly malnourished throughout maybe a competition prep, because you're not eating enough food to get all the nutrition you need, but you're actually demanding a lot of your body at the same time. So actually supplements can be very useful for that purpose. The first thing I look at is, I'm a flexible dieter and my diet is based on clean eating. So I'm basically avoiding anything processed, anything with artificial sweeteners, artificial ingredients, flavours, that kind of thing. So to me, when I look at my supplements, why would I eat clean and then add a load of chemicals in my supplements? So how do we choose what supplements to take? There's thousands out there to choose from. You could do one of two things. The first way is you just buy a supplement, you try it for a length of time, and then assess whether you think there's been any improvement or whether you've seen any benefits. If you're going to do this, only try one new thing at a time so that you can really assess whether you can attribute those benefits to that supplement. The other way is to actually have yourself tested and find out if you're deficient in anything. I have this done every now and then. Last time I had a test, I was low in amino acids and antioxidants. And basically that was because I was mid-prep at the time, so I was training very intensely, and obviously I wasn't quite eating enough to get all that I needed. So I was able to supplement correctly for me. If you'd like to get your nutrition tests done, some doctors will do it for you, some health food shops offer a service. I go to an online company that do hair samples, and they test you against a list of 80 nutrients, and you get a list back of the ones that you are actually deficient in at that time. So you can have that test redone every now and then to make sure that you're supplementing specifically for what you need. Okay, in the morning, the first supplement I have is a green formula. I do try different ones each time, just for variety. These are packed full of vitamins and minerals. I prefer to take vitamins and minerals in this way rather than take a synthetic vitamin pill, because when it comes in a more natural state, it's much easier for your body to absorb them. So that's my first one. Then I take B12. This one's a liquid one from Veggie Style. B vitamins are really important for energy, and particularly for vegan. I could be low in B vitamins, so I take that as a precaution to make sure that I'm not short. Ashwagandha. Now this is an adaptogenic herb, particularly good if you get stressed a lot. It helps your body regulate its own hormones, so it's very good regulating cortisol, thyroid. So I take that one just to help my body cope under stress. Okay, workout supplements. Now, because I don't like to have lots of artificial ingredients in my supplements, what I tend to do is I buy all the ingredients that I want separately in unflavoured formulas, and then I make up my own workout formulas. So my first ingredient is creatine. Again, as a vegan, it's more likely that I'll be low in creatine than someone who eats meat. And I know from experience that every time I supplement with creatine, I notice the strength and performance gains within about 2 weeks. So that goes in. And I take glutamine. It's the most prevalent amino acid in the muscle, so it's very good for recovery. It's also really good for the immune system and for the digestive system, so it's a good all-rounder. Then I add beta-alanine. Now this is the ingredient that if you take a pre-workout you get that tingly sensation in your skin. That's the ingredient that does that. It's really good for buffering lactic acid and helps with endurance. So it'll keep you going a bit longer when you work out. And then I have my amino acids. Now this is actually the only flavoured supplement that I've got. So I'll add this and then all the others unflavoured into one supplement formula. When I get close to competition, I will stop taking that one, and I'll just take tablet ones so that I've got no artificial ingredients at all. And then if I need to flavour my workout drink, I'll just add some lemon or lime juice to give it some flavour. Now up until recently, I haven't used fat burners or pre-workout formulas other than the one I make myself, but I've recently been trying this one. It's a all-natural green supplement that you can use as a pre-workout or fat burner. It's high in caffeine. It's also got moringa in it, which is basically a superfood that has all sorts of health aspects to it. It's high in antioxidants, it's anti-inflammatory, so it's a really good product if you're training a lot and just for general health. I really like this. It really helps me feel more focused when I'm training. and then my protein. Everyone always asks vegans how to get your protein. This is how I get mine. This one is from Veganuary and it's a soy-free protein powder. It's completely plant-based. It's also got that superfood moringa in it as well. It's a really good all-round product. I usually take that once a day, either post-workout or I might have it in the evening, just to make sure that I'm hitting my protein goals. I really love this one. Chocolate for my sweet sticks, and this is sweetened only with stevia, so it's no artificial ingredients at all. Now the reason why I avoid soy in my shakes isn't because I avoid soy at all. I actually have a lot of soya in the rest of my diet, so to make sure that I'm getting a good variety of amino acids and a good variety of protein, I like to have a soy-free shake, just for that variety, which is really important on a vegan diet. Okay, at night time, I used to take ZMA, which is zinc and magnesium, which is really good for recovery, and a lot of people swear by it for a good night's sleep. But I found it gave me nightmares from the moment I started using it, so I've come off that. So what I take is a all-natural recovery and relaxation formula. This is like an anti-stress formula, so it really helps you unwind and get a good night's sleep. Again, this is another product by Veganuary, and it's completely natural, completely vegan. Then I take vitamin D. Now I don't take this one all year round. This I only take during the winter. Our bodies can only produce our own vitamin D from the sun in the summer. So during the winter, most of us will get low in vitamin D, and it's really important, not just for your bone health, which is what everyone knows vitamin D for, but it can actually, if you're depleted, it can cause muscle aches, bone ache, and also depression. So during the winter, it's a really good supplement to have in your diet, because actually there's not that many foods where you can get a good source of vitamin D from. And in the summer, you only need to spend half an hour outside in the daylight to get enough vitamin D. So it's actually, most of the year, it's quite easy to get enough vitamin D, but over the winter, definitely a good choice. Now, vitamin D is absorbed better with magnesium, so I also take my magnesium at night as well. Magnesium is really good for recovery, so it's an ideal supplement to take at night to help your muscles recover. So that's the supplements I take throughout the day. Now it's all very well taking all these supplements and having a really good diet, but it's really important that we make sure that we're actually absorbing all these nutrients that we're taking, so that your body can actually uptake all the nutrients and use them. So it's really important your digestive system is working well. So I use this formula, which I get from America, and it's designed specifically for athletes, and it's an all-in-one formula with probiotics, digestive enzymes, and lots of other ingredients that will just help boost your digestive system to make sure that you really make the most of everything that you eat and all the supplements that you take. Now it's very easy for your digestive system to get out of sync. Basically, if you've been on antibiotics, your probiotics, your good bacteria in your stomach could well be very depleted. So if you've been on antibiotics, it's really important to replace the good bacteria. And digestive enzymes, that changes depending on what your diet's like. So if you've made big changes to your diet, it can take a while for your stomach to catch up and have the right enzymes for the foods that you're eating. So if you've changed, for example, from being a meat eater to a vegan or vegetarian, it's going to take time for your body to change. If you've changed from cooked food to raw food, or just from a highly processed diet to a very natural diet, any big changes, it can take a little while for the body to develop the right enzymes to digest the food. So taking a digestive enzyme is a really good way of just helping your digestive system cope. And your digestive system is very affected by stress as well. So it's a good idea to add a digestive enzyme, a probiotic, or a combined formula like this, just to make sure that you are functioning properly. Okay, the last supplement I'm going to show you, I'm only just starting this week. I'm just trialing it. It's actually an appetite suppressant. Again, it's a completely natural supplement. It's by Bobsleigh. the same company as my all natural fat burner. And what this does is it helps you to feel a little bit fuller. So you take it about half an hour before you have your meal, and you're more likely to feel full from that meal. So if you're on a contest prep, or you're just trying to lose weight, and you're really struggling with the willpower and feeling hungry and wanting to snack, something like this could be very useful just to help you get through any times when you're finding it difficult with the diet, especially if you're trying to get used to new habits. So I'm just trying that, so I'll let you know in future episodes how effective I found that. But again, I'll be putting all the links to the supplements that I use in the comments, so you can have a look at that afterwards. So yeah, I'll let you know how I get on with that one. So I hope you found that useful. It's just an insight into how I approach my supplements. But it's definitely worth doing some research and working out what you think might be best for you before you go ahead and buy lots of supplements, so you're not wasting your money. Make sure that you choose supplements that you feel will be most beneficial for you. Okay, if you liked this one, please give it a thumbs up and also hit the subscribe button so that you'll get notifications next time I load a video up. Thanks for watching.